Welcome to Bradley Central High School, the BCHS Barrett Network. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, for a very special program here today at Studio H12. Going to talk about sports all year. We've talked about spring sports are underway right now. We're going to have spring football practice coming at the end of April, and all those are fine and dandy, but we like to talk about the better side, the prettier side, I guess. We've got four ladies here today. Our two coaches, softball, Miss Carrie Ivestor and Jennifer Moore.
Yes.
And two senior cheerleaders. And Jennifer, I'll let you introduce who these young ladies are here.
Oh, they can do a great job.
Go ahead,
ladies.
girl.
I'm a senior and I'm Abby James.
I'm a senior and I'm Bryce Mooneyham.
And you ask, why do we have seniors here? Because they're no longer coaching, because we need them here to talk about their experience as cheerleaders here at Bradley Central High School. But first off, the most important thing we want to talk about is when and where and how do girls become cheerleaders, and when will that happen at Bradley?
Okay, yeah, so we're really excited to kind of make this announcement official. So we're going to be having tryouts for our 2021 squad, and we're going to be releasing a lot of information on our social media. So look at Twitter, at Facebook, Instagram, all over the place, even our website, because it's going to let you know, one, how to register for tryouts, but then also when tryouts are, which we have it set for April the 9th, which is a Friday, and that will be the formal tryout day.
Okay, and that'll take place where? Here.
Okay, yeah, so it's going to be at, in Gym Smitty. We're going to have our tryouts in the main gym, so it's going to be live this year in person, which we're really excited about. Overall, the way that we've got it set up, it is a little different than what we've had in previous years. Not 2020, but before that, we would have probably days where they would come in and like be able to work and learn routines with some of our girls, but we are want to be very careful too with COVID precautions. So the way we're doing it this year is we're going to be releasing a lot of material through a band app. So once the girls get registered, it's going to link them to a band app, which is a basic way that we'll communicate about tryouts for the entire week. So once they're in that band app, they're going to get information on how the tryouts will work. They'll get the material for the tryout itself. But then also they'll be given a lot of instruction on what to do during that tryout day. So once they're in there, all the information is going to be surged to them. So we're going to have this year on Wednesday and Thursday of that week an open gym. And we'll be very careful with the COVID precautions. So we'll have temperature checks, groups of 9 that will be pre-assigned, but then also ask the girls to wear masks while on campus. So they'll be in these pre-assigned groups where they're going to spend time just going over the material that had already been released in our band app, which they'll be in already. So then when they actually have the formal tryout on that Friday, they'll know what material to work on, but also how the gym layout's going to look. And we will have judges there on that Friday night, just like we would in a normal year. So we're glad to have that back.
So it's not you two determining who's going to be on the squad. It's independent judges are going to grade them and rate them, and I guess you pick from that point there.
Correct.
And we have two squads. I know, Carrie, you're over the basketball group. Jennifer's over football. And how do you determine which squad the girl will work with? They get to pick on their own, or do you say, I want this one on wrestling and this one on basketball and football? Or how do y'all do that?
Take it.
Carrie?
Well, when you sign up online, you're going to pick your preference. So you can label your first and second choice, or just pick your first choice. But remember, if you don't pick a second choice, then that's not even an option for you. So it'll go by your first option. If you don't make your first option, then you'll be filtered in towards your second option. But if you didn't put a second option, that's not even an option if you don't make the first one. Okay. So we always recommend them to put a second option, but if they know for sure they don't want to cheer like that second option, then don't, because we don't want you to join, take a spot, and then decide to quit, because that takes someone else's spot. So if you know for sure you don't want to do another squad, but just because you don't put a 2 doesn't mean you're automatically going to get one.
Okay. Well, let's ask the girls something. Bryce, you're a senior. You were a basketball cheerleader.
Yes.
How long have you been cheering for Bradley?
I've been cheering all 4 years.
All 4 years there. What do you enjoy about cheering, besides getting to watch all the ball games right up close?
Yes.
You know?
The one thing I've loved about it is you join the family. You all come together, and we all have loved each other, and we all are here through the hardships and everything. And you just come together, everyone just is best friends, basically. It's like a one big family.
Well, this year certainly was a challenge with all the mess going on with COVID-related things and all that. And Abby, obviously, I might mention Miss Abby was the Winter Court Queen this year, so congratulations there, for this young lady. Your football and wrestling cheerleaders didn't get to cheer for wrestling this year, unfortunately. But
No.
football, you were there, and it was a lot of fun. Get to go on the road and see the football games and cheer.
Yeah,
our
you
team
get to
on.
see all the excitement up close.
Yeah, you do. You got to stay out of the way though, too, don't you?
Yeah, you really have to pay attention.
What's something that's hard about cheering? I know people don't realize this. You don't just show up and start cheering on a weekend or whatever. There's a lot of practice behind the scenes that goes on, but
Yes.
is there? And how often do you have to practice when you're getting ready for football? When do you start? Probably in the summertime, I'm guessing, because I see camps and things like that. But when do you typically start for the school year to get ready?
We
for
normally
football?
start early. I think, is it April
Yeah.
that we start?
Wow.
We start like in April just to start training and get all the material down. And
So like next month, for this fall's
Yes.
group then. And then during the season, do you practice every day or so many days a week, or how do you?
yeah, so many days a week. So like we normally practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have to be ready on Thursday for Friday because we just get there to the games and warm up, and then that's it.
Bryce, how many different cheers in basketball do you guys try to work out? How many routines? I mean, is there a certain number that you do, or?
I mean, we have like amount of cheers, but I don't know like the exact number.
Well, I mean, is
It's
it
a
like 5
lot.
or 10? Or?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. Same in football, I guess.
Yeah, we have a ton because of all the camps that we go to, and we just build up on those. And like seniors can make senior chants and cheers, so we combine all of them.
Carrie, you're going to have the tryouts and all that. Camps. Will you be having a camp this year? I know you didn't have one last year. You're going to try to have a camp for the younger girls this year, or is that?
We are going to try to do one. It's just with, all the precautions. We're trying to be safe around it. And
Yeah.
so we're looking at what exactly we can do guideline-wise.
How about competition? We'd be going to competition, contest somewhere else, cheering
Like a camp,
competition,
like
camps
for
or
us.
whatever for you.
Yeah, so thankfully, the camp that we often go to, which is our FCA cheer camp, they are going to have camps again this year on college campuses. So the girls really enjoy that. They get to stay in dorms and then learn tons of material during the week. So we have that one scheduled to go.
It's just like a sports team.
Right.
Same thing. People don't realize that. Think about it, I guess. Let's talk about, since these are seniors, you have some that are cheering in college. You've got several, and I think Carrie's got some too. Do they go there on a scholarship based on what? Are they recruited? I mean, I guess how do they get a scholarship in college?
Well, it can be, yes, either they get the attention of the college recruits or they know where they want to go and they'll just go walk in, try out. Often our girls go in with quite a bit of skill. So my girls happen to be really good dancers these past few years. So I've got 4 alumni who are sugar mocks right now. So it's really exciting to watch
Wow.
them perform.
That's great. So if you go to UTC football, I guess now, and basketball,
yeah.
you can see the former Barrett cheerleaders. I guess we call them Barretts. Female cheerleaders. Bears and Barretts, What is the tumbling? I know I've seen some guys and gals tumbling, cartwheels and all that stuff. Is that something both of you do?
Yes.
I don't do it.
And why don't you do that?
I used to do it, and then like I stopped, and I just never got back.
Is that something you have to practice a lot to learn to keep from breaking your neck?
Yeah. You really have to practice like over and over and over because if you don't do it in like a certain amount of time, it can get in your head and you can just forget how to do it or freak out about it. So you really have to practice tumbling.
I would think so. I sort of cringe sometimes I see you guys doing that. Because, and injuries, that's part of the game too. I've seen cheerleaders with knee braces on, ankle braces on. I've seen a footballer with a boot on. I guess it was last year.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
When
We had several of that.
it's not a contact sport, but there's a lot of physical activity
Yeah.
and all that goes on. It's easy to see how they get hurt.
Yeah.
But it's part of it. So you have the trainer take care of you there for that as well, don't
Well,
you?
of course, they take good care of us out there, but we try not to think about that too much. We try to keep them safe on the sidelines when they're there.
Well, Carrie, you've been coaching cheerleading here for 6 years at Bradley. You're, by the way, a chemistry teacher and a math teacher here, so we got the range of the outfit here today. What do you like about being the you probably they look at you like a mother hen kind of relationship. Maybe I don't know. I should say that, but
Yeah.
it's your little group of girls, and I know you take care of them and you would protect them at all costs too. That
Yeah, I just like enjoy being with them. And
did you cheer in your younger days?
no, I played basketball. I'm from Hawaii, and so
Okay.
so I love basketball. So basketball cheer, I get to go to all the games, and that's exciting, and get to share the rules with them on basketball, because you'd be surprised about some of the girls that don't know what offense and defense is and how fast it can switch. So that's exciting, and I get to mock it for them, and they make fun of me sometimes, especially when we're practicing free throws. I'll mock like little free throw shots, and they just laugh sometimes. But I just enjoy time with them, and it's really like a family. And
Well, we see. I know you like the road games too, and we like the road games because we get to go eat somewhere.
Yeah.
We like you guys a lot out eating somewhere.
yeah.
Jennifer, you've been coaching a long time.
Yes.
10 years or so here at Bradley, haven't
Yes, yeah.
you? Did you cheer in your early days?
I did.
Here at Bradley?
Yes.
I thought you did. I want to make sure people knew anything.
Yes, I put a lot of time in here.
Were you a tumbler and a cartwell and
Yeah, we did all the things. That's I cannot do that now. So please do not ask me to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, that was definitely and I was, a football cheerleader and a basketball cheerleader while I was here, and wrestling, all the good stuff. So it's definitely fun being back on this side of it.
Well, I started to say you must really enjoy it. To be involved in that.
It's good. And I know that excitement they feel on the Friday nights, with the lights on them and their student section right there in front of them. And there's something so energizing about that. So I sense that again every now and then when we're out there.
Well, Lindsay Bell, who coaches the cheer Bear Nation, whatever you want to call that, she's got some captains of those students there that are right in front of you guys in football, and that's got to be fun to get them all fired up when the team's playing good and all that. And just like in basketball, when the team's playing good and we're blowing somebody out, or a close, tight game, against a crosstown rival, it's always exciting there. And Craig gets it. We finally got some people back in the stands, for basketball after about half a season, I guess. And it just makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
You don't realize. And not having the cheerleaders there, it's just awful. I mean, it's like a funeral home almost.
A lot of players just said it was like a practice or a scrimmage kind of, because the noise level just wasn't really there.
It's not even fun to broadcast on the radio when there's no background noise, But we got through it. The positive thing was we got through football, got through basketball, now we're in the spring sports, and everything's going to be fine. And come this fall, we're going to be back full crowds in the stadium, I hope, for football, and then full gyms for basketball and all that. And now, I'll ask you guys, where are you going to be going to school next year?
I'm going to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville.
Studying what?
Right now it's going to be communications, I think, but I might switch over depending on what happens.
Abby, what are your plans?
I'm going to Chattanooga State for cosmetology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So can you help me sometime, maybe?
Yeah, fix your hair.
We want to thank all you guys for being here today. I know everybody's busy with the schedule, and Miss Ivestor, we had to get you back to chemistry class before they make some kind of concoction to close the school up or whatever. But thank you for being here, Jennifer and Carrie, Abby, and Bryce there, two great cheerleaders. You want to miss them girls, How many seniors did you have this year?
I had 9.
Whoa! 9.
That's
So
half my team. Yeah.
This tryout period is a huge thing
We
for you
really
guys.
need you guys to sign up for tryouts this year. Look for our social accounts and register, guys. We need you.
And Carrie.
We only had 3.
Okay, so that's not too bad then.
No.
That's probably about typical, I guess, every year at least.
Yeah, usually about 3, 4.
9's unusual, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. But thank y'all again for being here today. I'd like to thank Mr. Gwen Schroyer and the students back here in Studio H12 for making these productions possible. You can see them on BCHS Bear Network on YouTube and also on Facebook as well as Twitter. So check those out. Until next time, for now we'll say God bless and go Bears and Bearheads.